She's growing up in the spotlight, but that hasn't stopped Princess Charlotte from leading a mostly normal life. Here's what the young royal gets up to behind palace walls. It's hardly a secret that British royals know how to spend money, but you may not realize that Princess Charlotte actually contributes to the local economy. Even when she was just a tot, Charlotte provides style inspiration to parents who hoped to see their own children wearing some of her most adorable outfits. Fittingly called the Charlotte effect, this economic boost is expected to help countless vendors over the course of the princess's lifetime. Royal expert Sharon Carpenter told Us Weekly, her influence helps drive sales. It's estimated that Charlotte will be worth between a whopping £3 and £4 billion to the UK economy over her lifetime, way more than even her brother George, who will one day be king. Charlotte's success can be attributed, at least partially, to her personality. The young princess has done a wonderful job of behaving well during complicated public appearances. Royal commentator Amanda Matta told Us Weekly that Charlotte exudes a sense of responsibility and maturity that will likely help her as she becomes a more prominent royal figure. She noted, Charlotte seems to embrace her royal role with a surprising amount of confidence for someone her age.
She sort of mastered that sort of royal approach to public appearances at a really young age.
The princess apparently shone the brightest at Wimbledon in 2025, where she greeted the athletes warmly like it was no big deal, Matta added. Just because Charlotte has a talent for public appearances doesn't mean that she's destined to become a working royal. Reports indicate that Prince William and Princess Catherine have no interest in forcing their youngest kids to be part of the firm. The future of spare royals within the British monarchy has long been up for debate, with some insiders even hinting that Charlotte and Prince Louis will likely leave the palace. One royal insider told the Daily Beast in 2024, the working assumption is that the younger two children will get on and do their own thing. They will be encouraged to not become working royals. A friend of William's had previously told the Daily Mail, when the older members of the family retire, His Royal Highness won't be inviting anyone else to become working royals. It remains to be seen if he will even want his two younger children to be working royals. Much of William's hesitation surrounding Charlotte's future is rumored to stem from his frustration with the way that Prince Harry has stepped away from royal life. Rumor has it that William would rather Charlotte pave her own way and find a unique career than follow in Harry's footsteps. Parents who limit their children's exposure to electronics, you're in good company. One of the strictest measures in William and Catherine's home is absolutely no cell phones allowed, at least not for Charlotte and her brothers. During a conversation with Brazilian TV host Luciano Huck in 2025, William revealed that George, Charlotte, and Louis are phone-free, admitting his discomfort with the negative impact technology has had on young people.
I think it's the internet access I have a problem with. I think children can access too much stuff they don't need to see online.
When might the rule change? Only once the royal children reach an appropriate age.
I think when George moves on to secondary school, then maybe he might have a phone that has no internet access.
As for Charlotte, her parents have encouraged her to engage in other, less digital pastimes. William dished to the British women's national team, Charlotte wants me to tell you she's really good in goal, a budding star for the future. Charlotte doesn't just enjoy soccer, the princess has dabbled with all kinds of athletic pursuits over the years, including ballet and netball. And according to William, Charlotte has also been known to join her little brother Louis on the family's trampoline.
So Louis loves the trampoline, so he is obsessed by trampolining, and actually Charlotte does a lot as well.
William's comments were certainly lighthearted, but they also point to the possibility that Charlotte has inherited her sense of athleticism from her mother. During her youth, Catherine was known as a skilled field hockey player. During a 2012 visit to her alma mater, St. Andrew's School, Catherine told the press, "Sport has been a huge part of my life, and I feel incredibly grateful for the opportunities I had to get outside and play in such wonderful open spaces." Looks like she's passing that love of sports along. In 2024, William debuted a new beard, and Princess Charlotte was not a fan. According to William, his opinionated daughter wasn't afraid to express her distaste for it either. He told reporters at an event for the 2024 Earthshot Prize Awards, "Well, Charlotte didn't like it the first time. I got floods of tears. The first one I got tears, so I had to shave it off." But that wasn't the end of the beard. William grew out a second one, although he talked through his decision with Charlotte to see if she would change her mind. He explained, "Then I grew it back. I thought, hang on a second, and I convinced her it was going to be okay." Interesting enough, Charlotte's stance isn't unusual in royal circles. In his book Spare, Prince Harry revealed that beards are considered to go against royal protocol, and apparently William had been ordered to shave his facial hair in the past. He wrote, "After he's come back from an assignment with Special Forces, Willie was sporting a full beard, and someone told him to be a good boy, run along and shave it." Just because Princess Charlotte is, well, a princess doesn't mean she is simply prim and proper. As a source told Us Weekly in 2018 about the little girl, she's definitely the biggest character of the three children at the moment.
Oh, really?
Charlotte is a very confident kid. In addition to being full of energy, it seems the young princess also has a rather refined palate and adores eating olives, according to Vogue. But she is still a little girl and enjoys dining on cheesy pasta and pizza. Hello Magazine reports Charlotte and her siblings, Prince George and Prince Louis, even enjoy cooking these dishes with their parents. Prince William has also revealed that his daughter Charlotte is quite the dancer, according to Harper's Bazaar. Adorably, the third in line to the British throne also likes doing cartwheels and putting on little gymnastics shows for her family. When Princess Charlotte was born in 2015, the event made international news, with every detail of her first photos being dissected by outlets worldwide. Consider the fact that we know the exact brand of the baby shawl she was covered in as her famous parents held her on the steps of St. Mary's Hospital. It's G.H. Hurd & Son, for those who are curious. And so, for the entirety of her life, every move Princess Charlotte makes will make headlines. The mini royal has already taken part in official engagements, such as Trooping the Color. Perhaps her most high-profile role to date was as her Aunt Meghan Markle's flower girl at her wedding to Prince Harry. But these are not the only nuptials the sweet little girl has been a part of, having also served as a flower girl for her Aunt Pippa Middleton and cousin Princess Eugenie. Princess Charlotte was named after royal family members who came before her. The princess's full name is Charlotte Elizabeth Diana, paying homage to her great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth and grandmother Princess Diana. Charlotte is the feminine version of her grandfather King Charles's name, and is also her mom's sister Pippa Middleton's middle name. Of course, we already know she will follow Prince William, her father, and Prince George, her brother, in the line of succession to the throne. And while the future is unknown, Express notes she is likely to assume the title of Princess Royal one day, which is currently afforded to Princess Anne when her father becomes king. More immediately, Princess Charlotte will focus on her education, which as a royal child will be pretty extensive per town and country. Boarding school may also be on the horizon, though People magazine notes that she and her brothers began attending Lambrick School in September 2022. For now, she is a little girl with a big future. When it's time to head to secondary school, it seems likely Charlotte will attend Marlborough College, a boarding school her mother attended before she transferred to St. Andrews. It became clear during Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee celebrations that the now third in line to the throne is well-versed in royal etiquette, telling her older brother how to behave during the celebratory affair. As noted by People, Charlotte joined the late monarch, her grandparents, her mother and father, and her two brothers on the Buckingham Palace balcony to hear a rendition of God Save the Queen, Britain's national anthem. As the anthem was playing, Prince George put his hand on the balcony's railing, but only for a split second thanks to Charlotte. The young princess was seen nudging her older brother to stand at attention and put his arms at his sides. Truly a middle child moment.
I loved every moment.
Okay.
That wasn't the only spot of non-royal decorum that Charlotte observed in her brother that day. George was also spotted teasing his cousin Zara Tindall with a Union Jack flag. Zara jokingly poked the young royal, only for George to return the poking favor. Both Catherine, Princess of Wales, and Charlotte observed the silly exchange, and no doubt Charlotte subtly rolled her eyes in young sibling protest. In a much more somber state of affairs, Princess Charlotte was once again seen with her family amid a royal event, but it wasn't one of celebration. Queen Elizabeth, the longest reigning monarch in British history, died at the age of 96 on September 8, 2022. The world, while not exactly shocked by the news given the Queen's documented mobility problems, went into mourning nonetheless, and the monarch's family publicly grieved alongside members of the Commonwealth. Expressing her sadness at her great-grandmother's passing was Charlotte, who was seen walking behind Queen Elizabeth's coffin at her state funeral. She was joined by her older brother Prince George and her parents, the newly named Prince and Princess of Wales, and was visibly upset throughout the day's events. She even wore a touching tribute to Her Majesty on the day, a horseshoe pin on her lapel, a gift from the Queen, and a nod to her passion for equestrian sports. As noted by People, however, Charlotte's well-behaved persona accompanied her grief, and in perfect form once again she corrected her brother's behavior as the Queen's coffin passed her and her family members. As the Queen's funeral procession passed the family, standing at Wellington Arch, Charlotte made a point to tell George to honor the Queen, saying, "You need to bow." Clearly, not even her sadness over the loss of her great-grandmother would make Charlotte forget her royal manners. Much attention has been turned to the order of royal succession in the wake of Queen Elizabeth's death, but where there's attention, there's also confusion. Why is Prince Harry's son Archie ahead of the Queen's son, Prince Edward, when it comes to succession? We're here to break it all down, as it directly relates to Princess Charlotte's future as a ruler. When Queen Elizabeth was on the throne, then Prince Charles was the direct heir. His two children, Prince William and Prince Harry, became the second and third in line, respectively. However, Harry's place in line started to shift down when William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, started having children. Prince George took the number 3 slot, Princess Charlotte number 4, and Prince Louis number 5. Now that Charles is king, the Waleses have all shifted up one. Still with us? However, Charlotte has a real shot at becoming a ruler thanks to the Succession to the Crown Act, which was passed in 2013. Because the Succession Act was passed and impacts those born after October 28, 2011, Charlotte can stay in line like her brothers. Prince George and Prince Louis are said to not really have a way in with Charlotte, who has been exerting her sibling dominance since she was young. It is an element of her personality that even Queen Elizabeth confirmed. As noted by People magazine, the late Queen commented on Charlotte's sense of authority over her siblings when talking with a mother during an event. Charlotte's authoritative streak was confirmed once again by her mom, Catherine, Princess of Wales, while she attended an engagement. As noted by Good to Know, Catherine started chatting with a mom in the crowd, Samantha Burge, and the two exchanged stories about their kids. When the Duchess reflected on her daughter, she told Burge, "Charlotte is growing up really fast. She's the one in charge."